thanks for joining me. Today we have got a 20-minute core session. We're going to go through 6 exercises 3 times through. We're doing each exercise for 45 seconds with a 15-second rest. You're going to need a mat, 1 dumbbell for one of the exercises. I have got a 5 kilogram dumbbell, but if you've got a 3, that's fine. And some water to hand, because you might need a little sip of water as we go. I'm going to get going, I'm going to start the clock, we're going to go straight into it. It's all on the mat, so that is good news. I'm just going to set my timer, and then we're going to come onto the mat, onto all fours for bird dog. So for this one, I want you to engage your tummy to spine. You're then going to bring out your opposite hand and opposite leg, keeping that balance, coming back in. So you're bringing them out, feeling that balance through the arm and the leg, working that core. If you want to make it easy, come in, put your knee down and be stable there. If you want to make it harder, you can bring your arm and knee in, but making sure you keep that core control. So work with your core strength and choose the option that's best for your current core strength. Okay, one more. And then we're going to change onto the other side. So staying on all fours, engaging that tummy to spine, toes into the mat. We're going to come out with your opposite arm and opposite leg, coming back down, keeping those hips nice and square. So you don't want to be rocking, you want to stay nice and strong through your back. Squeezing out and then in. To progress it, you can keep your knee off the floor, bring your knee to your elbows, you come in, but keeping that core control. Good stuff. Keep them coming. Get your body weight into your arms. And resting there. Excellent. Our next exercise is a side plank. You've got 2 options for this. Coming onto your side, you're either going to come from your knees, in line with your hips, up into your side plank from here, or you could come to a full side plank, ankles in line with hips, in line with your shoulders, bringing your arm up and getting those hips nice and high. So keeping those hips up. We're holding this for 45 seconds. If you feel that you can't manage 45, just do what you can, then have a rest. So just holding, getting those hips up. You might feel them dropping, bringing them back up. We've got 12 seconds to go. Keep them holding. Good stuff. Keep that core engaged. You'll feel this in your waist. 3, 2, 1, good. Swiveling around to the other side. If you're coming from your knees, come back into your knee position, the knees in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders. Make sure this shoulder, elbow is beneath your shoulder. Full side plank, let's go. Straight up into it, keeping the hips nice and high. Keeping that arm up and just holding there for as much of the 45 seconds as you can. You'll find the more you do this, the more seconds you'll be able to add to each one. Brilliant, keep holding. You're doing a great job. We've got 15 seconds to go. Keep it holding. Feel the shakes. Good work. Keep those hips up. Nice plank hold. 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Okay, next up, really good one for the core. We're coming onto our backs. You'll find a lot of you will need to come from a 90-degree angle and extending the leg out. What we're aiming for here is to keep the lower back firmly fixed onto the ground. So let's go. This is option 1. If you want to make it easier, You can just tap your toe down to the mat, like so, but keeping that back nice and flat. And if you want to make it harder, you can come from a full leg extension, alternating your legs down, keeping that lower back firmly on the mat. So working with your core strength, and it's fine to do full lengths if your lower back is strong on that mat, okay? So choose the option, best seated. One more. Good, okay. Grabbing that dumbbell, we're going to come into a Russian twist. So keep your feet on the mat, on the floor. We're going to come round to one side, leaning back into us a little. Back to the centre and back to the other side. So nice and controlled, twisting to each side. Good. Leaning back a bit into it. Just come onto my side so you can see. I'm leaning back, pausing in the centre, feeling this in my obliques, in those muscles in the side of your abs. Brilliant. Keep it coming. We've got 10 seconds. Last one. Good. Okay, dumbbell down to the side. We're going to go through that little set again. So we're going to come back onto all fours. Ready for our bird dog. So engaging that core. Body weight into your arms. Let's go. Opposite hand and opposite leg. Pausing back down on the mat. And I just want you to think about holding that balance out for a second before you come back in. So you want to really make sure you've got that core control. Lifting your arm up in front. And if you want to bring the knee into the elbow, you can, but we don't want any rocking. Keep it nice and strong. Great stuff. Straight leg out, arm up in front. Squeezing out and resting there. Good. Okay, reset. Engaging that tummy to spine, toes into the mat. We're going to go for the other side. So thinking about your core strength on this side. Let's go. Arm out, leg out. Getting your balance as you come out. Good, remember to keep breathing. Lifting that arm up in front. And bring your arm into your elbow if you want. Elbow into your knee. Keeping that balance in the core. A couple of repetitions left. Last one. Good, and resting there. Okay, side plank again. So coming down onto the side, getting your feet together or your knees aligned with your hips, your elbow below your shoulder, coming up into our side plank. Let's lift up. We're holding for as much of 45 seconds as we can. Really engaging that waist, keeping it nice and high. Remember to keep breathing and keep this arm up. Bit of focus, holding that plank, nice and strong. Might feel it having a wobble. Keep breathing, hold it nice and high. Good stuff. We've got 10 seconds to go. Come on, you can do this. Lifting it up. 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Coming over to the other side. Making sure everything is aligned. Ankles in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders. Elbow beneath your shoulder. We're going to come up into that side plank and lift. And we're going to hold it up for as long as we can. Come on, you can do this. Keep breathing. Keep those hips nice and high. Your core will thank you for a bit of work. Great stuff. Keep holding it. You're over halfway through. Come on, you can do this. It's a tough one because you're not moving, you're just holding. We've got this together, come on. Hang in there. Last 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Brilliant. Okay, coming onto your back for our leg extension. Okay, so that lower back, keep it firmly on the mat. Keep your hands away from it, I don't want you to support it. So either little heel drops down to the mat, or you go for a leg extension from 90 degrees. Keeping that lower back nice and firm on the mat. Working your lower core. Or if you want to progress it, let's go from a full leg. Really think about keeping your back on the mat, letting the core do the work. Good. Keep them coming. Doing a fab job. Squeezing down. Brilliant stuff. 3, 2, 1. Feet to the mat. Grabbing your dumbbell for our last exercise of the second set. We've got a Russian twist, so leaning back into it, taking that dumbbell in front of you, and we're going to twist to one side, pause in the centre, back to the other side. Okay, so squeezing around. Good. Remember to keep breathing. If you find it easy, you can either go heavier with the weight, or you can lift your legs off the mat. But we want those legs to stay nice and still. We don't want them swinging. That will definitely make it harder for you. Keep twisting. Keep your feet on the mat. If you need to, that's absolutely fine. This is the advanced way of a Russian twist. But a nice strong core keeps those legs still and resting there. Okay, dumbbell to the side, grabbing a quick drink if you need one, and then we're going to come into our third and final set of those exercises. We're going to do a bird dog to start with, so coming down, engaging that core to spine, let's go, opposite arm and opposite leg, back to the centre. Good. Squeezing out, getting a nice lift through the arm. Bringing your knee into elbow, if you want to make it harder. But keep that body and core nice and strong, don't let it rock. Great stuff, squeezing up. Last 5 seconds. And resting there. Back onto all fours, having a reset, engaging that tummy to spine. We're going to come out into the other side, so other arm, other leg. When you are ready, let's go. So out and in. We want them to be in sync, in time. Good. Bringing your elbow into your knee if you want to make it harder. Keep squeezing out. Brilliant stuff. Keep it coming. Last one. Good, okay. Resting there. Coming, getting ready for a side plank. So, back onto your mat. Last side planks, I promise. Ankles in line with hips, in line with your shoulders. Let's go. Last 45 seconds on each side. Doing what you can do. If you can do 10, 15 seconds, great. Have a rest Then come back up into it for another 5 or 10 seconds. Just building what you've got. Keep those hips up as high as you can. Planking it out. Good work, we're well over halfway through. We've got 15 seconds to go. Come on, you can do this. Squeezing that waist up. Great stuff. Last 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Coming round onto the other side. Ankles in line with hips, in line with your shoulders. Are you ready? Yes, you are. Come on, let's do this. In 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Get that arm up. Points to where you want your hips to go. Up there. Get those hips nice and high. Come on. Last set of this. Squeezing up. I know you can feel it in your shoulders and your arm. Get those hips up higher. You've got this. You're over halfway. Brilliant stuff. Keep breathing. Excellent work. Get those hips up. Doing a great job. 10 seconds left. Squeezing it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing them down slowly, resting there. Okay, leg extension onto your back. Engage that tummy to spine. Keep your lower back flat on the mat. Let's go. We are going to squeeze down. Brilliant. Taking it from a full leg if you can. Keeping it nice and slow. Slow is good, keeping the muscles under tension. Slow is harder. Keep it slow, keep concentrating. Breathing, keeping that lower back flat on the mat. Keep your hands away from your lower back. The core is driving this. Great stuff. You're nearly through. Come on, we've got a couple of repetitions left. And resting there. Brilliant. Okay, coming up to sitting. Getting that dumbbell for our Russian twist. Our final exercise before we're going to have a little stretch. You've got this. Okay, so leaning back, twisting to one side, keeping that dumbbell off the mat. To the other side. Turn your torso where you want your dumbbell to go. Twisting right round. Leaning back into it. Good work. Keep breathing. Excellent stuff. Keep it coming. You're nearly there. A little stretch in a minute to finish. The best bit. Leaning back into it. Brilliant. Last couple of repetitions. One more, and resting there. Excellent. Dumbbell down to the side. Coming up slowly to standing. We're just going to have a little stretch out for the core. Taking one leg over the other, and then stretching away from that hip. We're just going to bring a stretch around to the side. Stretching out those obliques. Work hard in the side plank and the Russian twist. Good work. Coming back up to the centre, changing legs, coming out to the other side. That's a great core finisher to do on its own, or you can do it after a session, another session, or after you go for a run, just come in, quick 20-minute core, little and often, it's all you need. It's perfect. Quality over quantity, just doing it little and often. They don't need to be long sessions. Getting coming back up. Reaching up high, and then just coming over and letting your head hang there. Inhaling, taking a long exhale, slowly coming up to standing. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you soon.